In the blistering heat of a midday sun that hung mercilessly over the crowded streets of downtown Chicago, a small boy named Elias clutched a wilting bouquet of roses, his tiny frame weaving through the throngs of indifferent pedestrians like a shadow desperate for notice. Sweat beaded on his forehead, mixing with the grime of the city, as he extended his hand toward a sleek black limousine that had just pulled up to the curb, its tinted windows reflecting the chaos around him. But this wasn't just any day. It was the day when Elias's empty stomach growled louder than the honking horns, and the weight of his family's crumbling world pressed down on his 8-year-old shoulders, forcing him to whisper a plea that no child should ever have to utter. The door of the limo cracked open, and out stepped a man in a tailored suit, his face etched with the lines of wealth and isolation. Mr. Harlan Voss, the city's most enigmatic tycoon, whose fortune was built on steel empires but whose heart seemed forged from the same unyielding material. Little did Elias know, this daily ritual of selling roses would soon unravel into a tapestry of fate that would bind their lives forever, transforming despair into an unforeseen miracle as the sun climbed higher, casting sharp shadows across the bustling sidewalks. Elias's routine unfolded with the predictability of a tragic play. Every morning, he rose before dawn in the cramped, leaky apartment he shared with his ailing mother and younger sister, Lila, in a forgotten corner of the city's underbelly. The air inside was thick with the scent of damp mold and unwashed dreams, a stark contrast to the vibrant reds and pinks of the roses he gathered from a sympathetic florist who pitied the boy's plight. By 9 o'clock, Elias was out on the streets, his bare feet pounding the hot pavement as he navigated the labyrinth of vendors, tourists, and office workers rushing to their air-conditioned havens. The challenges were relentless. The scorching sun that blistered his skin, the mocking jeers from older street kids who stole his spots, and the constant fear that one wrong step could mean no food for the night. His mother's cough grew worse with each passing day, a rattling sound that echoed through their thin walls like a harbinger of loss, and Lila's wide eyes, once full of childish wonder, now mirrored the hunger that gnawed at them all. Elias sold roses not out of choice, but out of a fierce, unspoken vow to keep his family afloat, even as the waves of poverty threatened to drown them. If this story has already tugged at your heartstrings in these opening moments, please hit that like button, drop a comment sharing your thoughts, share this video with someone who needs a dose of inspiration, and don't forget to subscribe to Heartglow Stories for more tales that touch the soul and remind us of the power of kindness. The midday rush brought a fleeting surge of hope as Elias positioned himself near the gleaming skyscrapers, where the elite emerged from their fortresses of glass and steel. It was here, under the relentless glare of the afternoon light, that he first encountered Mr. Voss, a man whose daily commute from his penthouse to his corporate headquarters passed right through Elias's makeshift territory. At first, the interactions were curt and mechanical. Elias would approach with his bundle of flowers, their petals drooping slightly from the heat, and offer them for $1 each. Mr. Voss, with his silver hair impeccably combed and his watch glinting like a small sun, would glance down, fish out a crisp bill from his wallet, and take a single rose without a word, tossing it onto the back seat of his limo as if it were an afterthought. But Elias noticed the subtle shifts. The way Mr. Voss's eyes lingered a fraction longer each day, the occasional nod that replaced utter indifference. Unbeknownst to the boy, Mr. Voss carried his own burdens beneath that polished exterior, a life of boardroom battles and empty mansions, where success had come at the cost of connection, leaving him a solitary figure in a world he had conquered but never truly inhabited. The roses, vibrant against the gray of his existence, began to stir something dormant within him, a reminder of the fragility he had long ignored. As weeks turned into months under the unyielding daytime sky, Elias's struggles deepened, painting his young life with strokes of quiet desperation. The florist who supplied his roses fell ill, forcing Elias to scavenge wilted blooms from dumpsters behind flower shops. Their colors faded, but their thorns still sharp enough to draw blood from his small hands. At home, his mother's condition worsened. She could no longer rise from the threadbare couch that served as her bed. Her breaths shallow and labored in the stifling afternoon heat that seeped through cracked windows. Lila, only 5, clung to Elias like a lifeline, her questions about when things would get better piercing his heart more than any thorn ever could. He faced rejection after rejection on the streets, pedestrians averting their eyes, some even shooing him away as if he were a stray dog, and the earnings dwindled, barely enough for stale bread and watered-down soup. Yet, amidst this grind, the daily encounter with Mr. Voss became a beacon, however dim. One sweltering afternoon, as Elias approached the limo with his meager offering, Mr. Voss paused, his hand hovering over the bill. For the first time, he asked the boy's name, his voice carrying a gravelly warmth that surprised even himself. Elias, startled, stammered his reply, and in that moment, a fragile bridge began to form between their worlds, one rose at a time.